Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Karen and this is Southern Ketovore, and I am super excited. Today is Sunday, July 31st. So it is August Eve and I am feeling pumped and motivated and just super excited about what is to come for the month of August. I may have to time out here and there because my neighbor's crazy child is outside and can get loud. Anyway, so just to briefly run back over what my August challenge is, I am doing the BBBE, Beef, Butter, Bacon, Eggs challenge for the month of August. Previously, I have done a carnivore diet from November 2021 through March of 2022, and then I slowly started to reintroduce some carbohydrates. However, like a lot of human beings, I messed up a little, and around Mother's Day I splurged and I had a few things that were definitely not friendly to my body, and I have really struggled since then just to regain my discipline and get my cravings under control and just really feel like I had my hands on the reins. So I decided to push myself to do BBBE to really reset and get control over my cravings and see what kind of results I could achieve over the course of the month, because I've never done BBBE before. When I did my carnivore diet, I did a little more relaxed approach where I had pretty much anything from the animal kingdom. So I was eating plenty of chicken, lots of dairy, so I was having full-fat yogurt and cheese and cream and sour cream and all of those things, and obviously not having this stuff this time around, so it is a little bit different, but I feel like, and you know, I think that everybody will have to come to their own conclusion, but I personally find freedom in restriction, if that makes sense. So the more restricted my diet is, it seems to be easier to maintain. So I have spent some time today meal prepping. Some of that I'm going to include in this. Some of it, the video got wonky, so I'm not going to include it. But I did prepare some things today. I've got some burgers, some bacon. I also did some hard-boiled eggs that I have prepared. I also followed Larry's tip, Larry from over at Carnivore Quest. He has a tip for freezing real thin slivers of butter, just in case, like if you have a sweet craving or something like that, you can kind of let one of those little frozen pats of butter melt in your mouth. So I have done that as well, just in case as a fail-safe. And I also prepped, just to have it on hand, some of the Johnsonville sausage strips, which are the only parameter outside of regular BBBE that I'm including. And I'm doing that because, frankly, I have a ton of breakfast sausage, a ton of it stashed away in my freezer, both the sausage links and the strips. And after looking at the nutrition information, the protein and fat ratios are very similar to bacon. The carbs are either 0 or less than 1 gram per serving. So I'm going to include those here and there. Not all the time, but here and there, since they are also pork and since those macros kind of line up. In addition, just to kind of run back over my plan for myself, this is what I feel like is going to be sustainable for me. I'm going to allow the seasonings that I think will make this something I can do. So salt, black pepper, and if necessary with my ground beef, I may do a little garlic powder. In addition, as far as beverages, I am doing plain water. I am also allowing myself sparkling water and unlimited black coffee, because that's just how things are going to be. I am going to attempt this entire month without any diet soda too. I'm going to try and push myself to do that. But that's one of those things where if I do have a diet soda, I'm not going to beat myself up over it, but I definitely want to try to push myself not to have any of that. So that's a goal that I am pushing for myself to do. However, that's not what all this is about. That's just a rundown of the plan. So today I woke up early. I took my weight. I took my measurements, which I'm going to include towards the end of this video. I stumble over my words when I share my measurements because I just recently went to the doctor and found out that I've lost an inch in height. So I stumbled over that. I guess we all shrink as we age, but I've lost an inch, so I'm 5'5.5" or 5'5 3/4 now, where I used to be almost 5'7". Lame, but it is what it is. So I took all those measurements. I'm going to also try to insert a before photo if I can try and get my camera to do a proper full-length before photo on here for you guys. And then I'm planning on weekly doing all of these same things where I will take my measurements, take my weight, and take progress photos in between so that I can see this progression as we go along. So each week, what you guys can expect from me is on Sundays, I'm going to do a meal plan / prep video. And then I am going to do a second video later in the week that will be kind of what my meals are looking like. So not necessarily what I eat in a day, but just some samples of breakfast, lunch, and dinner over the course of the week. And I'm going to try and keep that from being too repetitive. And then in addition to that, once a week on Mondays, I'm going to be uploading a progress video. So that will be, filling you guys in on how I'm feeling, any results I'm seeing, both physical results as well as any non-scale victories and things that I'm seeing coming along. And I'm also going to include my weight and measurements weekly with that. So I'm excited, guys. I'm super excited. I'm so excited for all of you who have commented and messaged me that you're going to join me in this challenge. Having that sense of community is really pushing me and motivating me and making me feel even stronger in my resolve to do this. And I cannot thank y'all enough for getting involved because I am so appreciative that I have you guys to lean on, and I'm feeling pressure to do this right and to succeed for you guys. And at the same time, knowing that you guys are doing it, I'm excited to push y'all along as well. So I'm super stoked. This is my first challenge that you guys are getting involved in. I'm sorry it's loud outside. It's louder in the house, I promise. But I'm really excited that y'all are getting involved. So I am going to, here in a second, start my meal prep video. But I also just want to really quickly remind you guys, I am over on Instagram, which is at Southern Ketovore. And if y'all are doing the challenge, I would love for you to tag me with anything that y'all are doing. If you're doing a statement of the challenge, or if you want to post progress and tag me in it, or if y'all want to message me over there, I do my best to reply to everybody that I can. I'm so excited to have so many people getting involved. So if y'all are doing that and you're over on Instagram, I would love for you to let me know so I can see what you're doing. But yeah, let's get started with what I prepped. And go. All right, guys, these are the things I'm prepping today. So watch me make them. All right, part of my meal prep for this first week of BBBE are these Brooklyn burgers, which I'm going to do on my flat top griddle. These each are 6 third-pound patties. So as you can see, it's a combo of chuck, brisket, and short rib. These are delightful. If you have never had them, they carry them at Harris Teeter. Normal retail for these is $16.99, which I find ridiculous. So when they are BOGO, I buy them, which is what I did this week. They are on sale for BOGO. So if you look at them, the macros on these, so each patty, 380 calories, 29 grams of fat, 0 carb, 29 grams of protein. Ingredients, it's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So I'm gonna throw these on the griddle and I'll show you what they're looking like. All right, so here we are at first glance, frozen solid on my griddle. Now, I like to cook these more to like a medium when I'm doing them for meal prep, just because if I'm reheating them, that way they don't end up super overcooked when I reheat them. So, let me get some seasoning and get these ready. All right, time to season. So I'm going to show you how bougie I am. This is a little cup of kosher salt, and that's what I'm going to put on them. So I'm going to do a couple of these with the camera so you can see. And I'm just going to sprinkle. Oh, almost grabbed enough for everybody. There we go. And give them a little while. Give them a little flippy flip. And salt side too also. So here we go. Alright, so now we're starting to see a little bit where they're like pooling some on top. So once they get to where they're all like this, I know it's loud, guys, this is, but once we start having that pooling on top of most of them is when I'm going to do my little flip and give them about the same amount of time on the other side. So, yum. There we go. After some violent flips, we have nice crispy, yummy, perfect meal prep for BBBE. 12 beautiful third pound patties. Yum. Alright, finished product 12. Yum yum. And now I've lightly cleaned my griddle, and I'm going to start on my bacon and sausage strips. Alright, so here we have bacon. I have, this section is some regular sliced bacon, and then I have these 7 slices that are the real thick cut bacon. Alright, time to throw more of these on. Last part of my meal prep. Alright, and just to show you how these are, it's less than 1 gram for 2 strips. This is just, you know, something to kind of throw into the mix. And ingredients, there is sugar, but it's pretty far down on the list. I'm not real worried about it. But they basically are flattened strips of breakfast sausage, and they get nice and crispy. So I'm just having these as an alternative in case, you know, I get sick of bacon, which would be strange, but just in case. And the family loves these too. So, yep. Alright guys, so this is my final prep. 2 pounds of bacon, 12 patties, 15 hard-boiled eggs, and the sausage strips. Very briefly, wanted to include in this my measurements from today, July 31st. So 176.8 pounds at my shrunken 5'5" and a half, 5'5" and 3/4 self. And then these are my measurements. So hopefully this makes sense. Bust measurement, waist measurement, belly button / abdomen, my hips, which I took that measurement at the widest section of my hips, both thighs left and right, calves left and right, and my arms around the bicep but relaxed, not flexed, both left and right. So that's it. Alright guys, smack between my most 2 beautifulest cars. I would love to say both mine. That's mine. Her name is Stella. I love her. This is my firstborn, 72 Chevy Cheyenne. Technically my husband's, sort of, but we've had her since the year we got married. 2001. We've held on to her. But anyway, that's not what this is. I am trying to do some before photos, and I couldn't get them quite how I wanted them for y'all. So I'm going to just quickly give you guys a little 360 so y'all can see what I'm starting with as far as my physique going into this challenge. So unforgiving with way too snug of a shirt and leggings. So obviously not hiding anything. Here we go. But that's in the corner. All right. So they are the high-waisted. They kind of suck everything in, guys. Gotta love Old Navy, right? There's stuff all over my butt. All right. This is me signing off with my size 12 self. We're gonna fix it. All right, guys. Let's take August by storm. All right, see you later. All right, guys, that about wraps it up. I can't wait to see y'all later in the week with some updates on what I'm having for all of my meals this week with this meal prep. Obviously, in addition, it's so windy all of a sudden. In addition to this, I have 3 dozen raw eggs, lots and lots and lots of butter, all of the coffee to sustain me for this upcoming week. So that's not featured here, but obviously it exists. So anyway, I just want to thank y'all again for tuning in. I will see you later on in the week with the kind of what I'm eating on BBBE, and then on Sunday next week with next week's meal prep. So thank y'all for joining me, and I will see you next time. Love you, mean it.